Hey Laserheads, how's it going tonight? And welcome back to Extra More Creations. And I finally got my replacement module. After 2 weeks, it arrived all the way from California. So we're talking coast to coast and from United States to Canada, all the way here to Nova Scotia. So a little disappointed that it was just bubble wrap for that long haul, but nonetheless, it's here. I've been down 2 weeks. I've been putting together some stuff. Yeah, you guys saw what I've been working on. I'm really anxious. I got some new stuff that I got to engrave and cut, and yeah, lots going on. So let's just jump right in. We're gonna take the old one off. Now, xTool had me run some tests. It wasn't cutting, engraving, nothing. This thing was doing everything. Like like you saw it was doing no problem. And then all of a sudden it just stopped. So they had me do a test. I cleaned the lens, I changed the lens. Your xTool does come with a few replacements. I replaced it. There was nothing there that happened. And then after they got me to actually take everything off and take the lens off and everything. So, and then air assist off and just like run the pure laser and still nothing. So we got the replacement here. So, and I think they're gonna want that one back, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna go right ahead. You're gonna wanna disconnect them, unplug everything, the USB and the whole thing, just like you were cleaning the module, but we're gonna completely swap that out. I'm gonna put those parts and the lens back on, and then we're gonna go right ahead. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've unplugged everything from the back. Again, you're gonna wanna unplug your USB also. That's what they recommend anyway. So we're gonna follow the instructions. And now I'm gonna take the bad laser module off. And so you're gonna, actually it's easier to just, and I don't think they sent me another pin. So by the looks of it, I'll be keeping that one, I would say. Put that on, we'll see. But it doesn't look like it'll be on there. So I'm gonna get the toolkit out. We're gonna unscrew that. And then we're gonna unplug it. We're gonna put the parts back on it. And yeah, we're gonna put my new replacement module on, and we're gonna get right into engraving on stone. I got some round slate, and I do want to do some cutting, so I know I'll be up for a while. All right, once you unscrew it, you kind of just pop it off, reverse to the way you put it on, and then you push. Make sure you push firmly to release that clip on the electrical. And then if I had to give it kind of like a little wiggle back and forth, helps it come off, and pop the airline off. And again, they wanted me to take all that off, so there's no lens cover on that. So this is all magnet. This would typically go on there like that, and then that would that goes first, and so that covers it. So they wanted me to take that all off. So normally you'd put your lens cover on. This is how you take it off and do all your cleaning also. So then you push that back on, and that guides the airline. So I plugged, and then you plug it back in there, right? I'm gonna put it all back together for them. Again, I assume that in the bubble wrap there, I didn't see this poking through or nothing like that. Unless it's all compressed in, we'll see what they send. I'm about to unbox it because this is all taken apart and ready to go. I'm very excited to get going again. All right, I just cut the tape on the bubble wrap here again. This came all the way from California, like that. So I hope everything's fine. Again, I don't think there's a measuring needle, so at least they went around a few times. Anyway, we'll get that 20 watt. At least they didn't send me like the wrong one of them like that. God, that would have been so bad. So there it is. So now, I'm going to simply place that back on. I didn't think so. It's beautiful. It's ready to go. I'm going to take a quick picture, and we're going to stick that on. All right, and just like that, you simply hook on your airline, push the electrical back in, pop the screw into the slot, drop it in, everything kind of falls into place, and then put your 2 screws back in. There is no, so we're gonna put this one back on, which is no problem. That wasn't the problem, it was the module. Now this thing is, you think you got it, but it's got to line up on that little spot up there. Oh, can't see. There you go. Perfect. All right, we're back up and running. And I was about to give it a quick test here, and I see they just updated another firmware. So we've downloaded that, and all it said was fix known bugs. So let's hope that it does. I know there was a lot of issues and stuff like that. So a little bit different on the screen since the update. So I think I might do a small test on the piece of birch that I have right here up in the corner where I already have, and just kind of finish off a tiny engraving there. And then I'm going to go to these round slate coasters, and I also have some hats. I want to make some new leather patch hats. So yeah, we're going to dive right in. All right, it just did a touchdown reset, and now we're going to go right ahead. So now everything's up here actually. They used to be on the side. So all right, that's all good. That's like normal, cruising right along. I just got this Nova Scotia that I use for my son. It says when he was born. We're gonna go right ahead and we're gonna engrave that. I made it really small. It's probably just gonna go right over that. And we're showing the crosshair, so I don't even have to do any framing or anything like that. I'm gonna go right ahead. I'm gonna sacrifice that for this test. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna do an engrave. Maybe I should do the engraving cut. I changed it. This was already an engraving cut actually. So if I go to cut, I want to see this thing cut out. Okay, now what I've actually done is I want to do an engraving and cut. I pushed it over to the side of the sheet because I still want to do a few more Halloweens and booze. So that should be okay up there in the corner of the sheet to do a small Nova Scotia. So what we're going to do is we're going to engrave the Nova Scotia, and then we're going to cut out the established, and that's all ready to go. I've done that on wood and 3mm acrylic. So as you can see there, and I love that it shows up like that. So it's showing up the cut there, and then the engrave, showing even, that's their settings. I got it set as basswood, even though I have birch, it's like the same thing. So I'm gonna go right ahead, we're gonna click process. Two minutes. Close your lid, because it's gonna tell you to anyway. I got it on auto. Hopefully, last time I seen that it was, oh man, I'm too excited. Let's go. Oh yeah, we're back. We're back in action. Thank God. There's Nova Scotia showing up right at the top. Quick, do. Again, that's their settings, so you can run their test grids. When it shows up there, you can run the test grid, because each piece of wood, the grain, you know, just test grids can help a lot. If you got the spare pieces kicking around. I do like their settings. They do usually turn out pretty good, I must say. And that's through the protection here, so it looks even better when it's all said and done. So that'll switch over to cutting. So it's going to cut out the established. Man, it's so nice to be back in the game here. I got a lot of stuff to catch up on. All right, so I got a lot of materials, I'm realizing. I had the D1 5-watt for like a year and a half, and I was actually using it mostly out of my RV. I was working on a job site, living out of the RV and home on the weekends, and I had the D1 on my table, did a lot of projects. I think on every Thursday, I might upload an old video of that one. You see some of the first videos of this channel were with that. It was a great thing. So, done lots of slate with that. Slate with this is even easier. And the first time I've ever done the round one. So I got a whole set of round coasters, and I got I am going to be releasing a bunch of free images, and here's one of them. So I think that's going to look great on there. We're going to go right ahead and we're going to try to put that across the whole thing, really. I want that full coverage. We're going to do a little bit of editing right now. I cut this off of Amazon. Just trying to see here. There it is. So it's like a whole coaster tray and everything. So this is the first time. Usually I get them in square. I want to try round this time. It actually came, so I got a bunch of images. I'm gonna come out with like 4 or 5 free ones for you guys to try out. And we're gonna put a bunch of them on these coasters right now. They're Slate coasters, and it's gonna go real easy here. We're gonna use xTool settings, and we're gonna set that up right now. First thing we're gonna do is edit this image. All right, so I pulled the image up and it has a background. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna get rid of that. Now when you click on the image, again, things are now popping up on top, okay? So we're gonna click on edit and we're gonna remove that background. We're gonna click save. Then we're gonna go to adjust. And then that's where you're gonna get the invert. We're gonna click invert, and that is perfect. That is absolutely beautiful. The inversion really brings out on engravings on the mirror and on this slate. Now, next thing you want to do, again, this, I love that brand new, just pulled the stickers off at the deck, the covers, okay? Now, when you put that crosshair, that is where it's going to touch down. So when we want to take a measurement, that's set to the height of the birch underneath it. I'm going to go right here, I'm going to leave the birch there, it's fine. I'm confident that we'll be right on top of it. Okay, there we go. So now we have the height. Now we're going to set the materials. They should have slate in here, I'm pretty sure. Square stainless. Did I go buy it? Wait a minute. I know I done it on here. It was rock coaster. Sounds good to me. I guess that's what they're calling it now. So they're asking for 40% power, and now again at the top we're gonna want to do our marking, and that's here now. Mark process. Circle, start marking. Now, I'm gonna have to go with the chipped edges here because I do want to, just to give it the true circle, I guess, really. So we're gonna put that as a point. Then we're gonna go over to this side. We're gonna put that as a point. And we're gonna come down here. You have to hit 3 points. If you try to do what they show on the screen, that pretty much makes it the easiest. That's pretty well what I've done there. Now you add that. You do end marking, because if not, you're gonna have to do it all over again. And start, and obviously this is a lot smaller. If we go right ahead and take my measuring tape here, I can go right ahead, I can measure. Oh, so these are almost 4 inches. Well, we'll try 3.75, and we're gonna go right ahead and we're gonna take that away. We're gonna put 3 up here. So that's your width and your height. So we're gonna go, it's in inches. So 3.75, and we'll see how that fits in there. Now, the next thing you wanna do is bring that a little bit closer and get the crosshairs. Once I see the crosshairs, that's pretty good. Considering that it has chipped edges and stuff like that, I think that's gonna be a really good fit. Although it has, yeah, I think so, because then I might lose some of the detail. I think that's gonna be a good fit right there. So, once it's all done that, you don't even have to do anything. Don't be moving it or nothing like that. You're gonna close it, because it's gonna tell you to close it anyway. We're set to their settings. We got it centered, okay? Everything's good to go here. It's telling you now on the side. Okay, everything's good. We're gonna go right ahead. We're gonna process this. Plus that way it'll make sure it doesn't go off onto my sheet too. 7 minutes. And yeah, we're gonna hit start. Super excited. So this is the first real big thing we've done the test, engraving, cut. Now we're gonna jump right into this stone with my custom image, and again, I'll be releasing this. So I can see there it was off on the edge there a little bit, but again, we went to the full thing. We're gonna see if that's the best way to do these, going right for it, or if I'm gonna, and adjusting, or if I'm gonna have to like start marking it, because it's not very even. You know what I mean? Like the outside of it would probably give you a better, because you can see there it's so chipped that there isn't really much, you know what I mean? So it's hard to gauge. So you get more of a true where that's cut, right? Where they use that tool to make that cut, pull it out. You're getting the more true circle. So that's looking great. We'll see how these settings work on this and how it works, how it turns out. Oh yeah, we're cruising right along. This thing is it's looking like it should. And man, it feels good to get back in the game here. All right, we're cruising into that finish line. I think it worked out really nice. Man, I can't wait to see the detail. It always, the protection's great. I was wondering if I got glasses with it, because when I sold my D1, my friend was like, you know, obviously take the glasses. I was like, I should be getting a new pair, but you don't need them with this. There's all the protection right there. You can sit back and enjoy watching your project, which is amazing. I absolutely love that. You can get a camera for this, helping you set up the project. I don't see the necessity. I might be pulling the trigger on a 2-watt IR, really so close. I got some projects that I'm going to be selling and stuff like that. So, and that was the idea of selling the D1, was put it towards an IR. So you very well could be seeing an infrared in the near future. All right, and it's done. It took 7 minutes and 35 seconds. Cruised along. Now I love it, and it looks perfect. One thing I might consider is doing it again, processing it a second time, just to see if I can get it any deeper or even more detail. I wouldn't do more than twice. I don't think it's necessary. I've tried 3 times before, and maybe it's not going to make much of a difference. Love that. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Okay, well, you know what? And if you do want to, you can just stop right now, okay? But if not, if you want to see if it's going to get some more detail, you just simply press process again. You didn't move nothing. Nothing's going to change. You close the lid, you press start, and we're going to go for another 7.5 or 7, and yeah, 7.5. So, you know what I mean? About 15 minutes in, and so that's going to cook it all over again. I do love that. Wow. Now the laser's out of the way, and I'm able to kind of focus there. But we're gonna go for a second run, and we're gonna see if that brings out even more detail and depth into that. You see that? I can see where there'd be more detail, I believe. We'll be maybe able to see a little bit more in them flowers and stuff like that. So again, I've been putting, I just put the first project on xTool's, they have like a creative design or something like that, whatever there is. So I'm starting to put projects on there too. All right, here it is, the moment of truth. This is 2 passes. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to, because I clicked the screen off anyway. So this is it. I don't know how much of a difference without pulling it out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put my flash back on, and can't wait to start putting more siding on the garage. And so yeah, we're getting closer. All right, now with the flash on, you can see the detail is there. It's beautiful. It looks like that was pretty well the size to go. I could have maybe went a little bit smaller, But that's kind of the beauty of the chipped edges, I guess. It definitely doesn't look like it's missing anything, that's for sure. So I do have a sealer and a cleaner that I use. I kind of use the same stuff that I use for my bamboo cutting boards, and I find it works pretty good for this. I'm gonna do a test with the different image, and then we're gonna try one cleaning it up and leaving it as is. Or yeah, that's beautiful. Love that, absolutely love it. Look at the detail into that. Even more, I've done one similar with some crazy detail like that with the D1 Pro 5 watt, but I must say the S1 is really showing her power. All right. Hello. All right, and here's the second image I'm gonna put. Another beautiful image here. That'll look amazing. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna edit it and we're gonna invert it. I put my second stone down. So again, you're gonna wanna be pulling that anywhere it's onto the material. Where that crosshair is where she's gonna touch down. So again, everything's up here. We're gonna go right ahead. We're just gonna, you wanna do this every time, just because it's better to, this is like focusing your laser. It's all about the prep work. Everything's prepped right, and everything's gonna go right in the end here. So then we're gonna keep on prepping right now. We're gonna prepare this image. So then we're gonna get rid of that background. That's beautiful. We're gonna save that. We're gonna go to adjust. Again, everything's on the top here now. And then we're gonna go to invert, and just look at that. That is perfect. Next thing we're gonna do, you're gonna go up to here, and then you're gonna see there it says mark processing area. We're gonna mark that circle again. Again, we're gonna be doing the outer edges. I figured that measurement worked great. The true measurement of this is gonna be more where they make that cut. I use hole saws all the time, and I would imagine it's just a special diamond bit. I get all kinds of bit to cut through tiles and stuff like that too. This Slate, again, I'm on the rock setting. I guess it used to be Slate. I thought it was a Slate setting, but yeah. So now we're gonna go right ahead, put that third point in there. We got all three. End marking, you always want to hit end marking. You're gonna have to do it all over again. So now we got the image where we want it. Use it to find the material, because I started a new project. Now you go back to, where is rock? Is it at the bottom, wasn't it here? You can just search too. Okay, so they put your most recent materials at the, so when you go back, so most of the stuff, so that's what I've been using so far. I haven't done that one since I made the dog tags. I used the xTool's free ones they sent me, and you saw the 3mm and the wood, rock coaster, confirm. So now we got the image just like we want it. So, but we needed to fit inside that circle, and this is, I guess you can see there, it's a little bit wider. So we're gonna go 3.75 again. That should bring the image. I might have to go a bit, well, you know, again, where the chipped edges are and stuff like that. That's actually gonna be quite well, because the chipped edges are about 1/4 inch all around, I'd say, if you count the depth right into it. So making sure that's center, staying the center, and we're at, that's their settings right there. We're gonna go for it. Again, I'm gonna be putting this as a free bundle, and I'll also be, it was called a design find. See, they're up there in the corner. So I'll be uploading these, the whole project. So you just be able to kind of click on them and download them right from Design Find, and then be able to go to this. If you need some guidance, you can always come back to this video. It's gonna turn out great. I can't wait to see that one. Love the waves. 7 minutes and 3 seconds more. This one is saying. We'll see when it's all said and done. It's gonna power up there, sending the file, and so yeah, there we go. You want it to be the whole thing. You don't want it to come shy, because then it looks like you kind of screwed up your work. So I'm always gonna go a little bit bigger. I'm gonna try to integrate. I did notice it does have kind of like a white edge around it there, right? So that should, most of my image and the details should start to come on right after the chips and stuff like that. And even so, it'll look amazing. And we can always shrink it down a little bit more. We're gonna probably just do the one pass on this one, and then we'll compare the two, even though they're not the same, but we're still gonna try to see how much of a comparison it'll be. A little bit better to look at it here. Amazing. Oh yeah, look at all that detail. I would say the new one is working fine. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do the one pass, and I'll lay them down side by side, and I'm gonna do 4 for sure. Definitely want to see what you guys are gonna put these on. You look great. If you guys get these round posters, you can do it just like these, full 3.75 on the inches, and center that up just like I was, you saw there, and it's filling in real good. Cruising in, man, look at that detail. I don't know, maybe I should do it twice, but I need to compare. Is it worth it, or is it a waste of time? All right, it's done. We're gonna push the laser back. We're gonna take a look. Wow, that's beautiful. So yeah, lots of detail there, and we're gonna set it down. This is one pass versus 2 passes, and we're gonna do a compare. All right, we got number 3 ready to go. We're calling this one the sun. So I guess we got flower, yin yang, and we got waves, some jelly bellies, and we got the sun. So I'm gonna try to make one of each there, and that's all ready to go. I've kind of just went ahead and got everything set up here, and that's on rock again, and yeah, that's their settings if you're wondering. So let's get this going. See if we can get 4 in here, I guess. And you know, if it would have went on one pass on each one, I could have got 4 done in a half an hour here. So if you want to do a whole set, if you want to download this and do a whole set, you can get them done in a half an hour with the S1. Just like that. Watch this. Oh, helps when you click start. Get too excited. It's go time. Oh yeah, this one's really cooking along. I'm loving that detail. There's so much detail. Should I go for a second pass on this one? Maybe. I think I just might. I want to see all the detail even more profound and slightly deeper in a way, really. So auto air assist is working great, and we're venting out, and I am getting not a smell at all sitting here, and it's perfect. So yeah, we're time left. Gotta love that. Estimated time and time left. And yeah, we're gonna make a set here, and make sure you go on Design Find or I'm gonna probably put the free bundle on Etsy also. So yeah, just like that. I really want to see what you guys are gonna be able to put this on and do with it, and see how good they go down on coasters by simply inverting them. Simple edit and a little bit of prep, and away you go. And again, you can still seal these off. Now I had one, I think I still got it here. So this one was done with D1 Pro, and that one's been sealed and cleaned up. That one I think I did 3 passes, and it took a while. Now you can see there's actually some depth to that, and I think I still have this image. You know what? That'll fit on it. So we might actually do that one again on more like my bigger chipped coasters there. I seen what these ones are a little chippy though, I must say. So, but that's the typical square ones that I will usually get. All right, and for number 4, we've gone with the Sun and Waves. I love this one, absolutely love them all. So sometimes it's hard to choose between them, but I think I've got a nice mix here for you, and I will throw one more in. But for now, that's gonna make this set. So we got Sun and Waves. So again, that's back on the rock. It's 220 millimeters a second, and we're gonna do, you know what? So I'll even have to mess with it. I'm gonna go 2 passes just because I like how that's turning out. So that's how you can change that, so you don't have to do process again. So we've gone ahead, rock coaster, Sun and Waves, 3.75. We got that centered, everything's good to go. Closed up. Let's go. Process. So now it's gonna probably say like 15 minutes. Let's see, should estimate the 2 passes. 15 minutes, 16 seconds. The Sun and Waves. Definitely could use some of that right now. It's pretty chilly in here. I'm sitting in here in shorts. All right. Rock coaster. You think it's off, but it's getting some on there, the top there. So this is a full image, so we'll see what this looks like. All right, and the Sun and Waves is done. So that's 2 passes, and it looks great. Turned out amazing. It even gets right on. See there, it just depends on how much it's chipped away or how much it's broken, but and even there, see there where it does really good. It's amazing. That's why the 3.75 works great. So yeah, that completes the set. I will be adding probably 1 or 2 more, so you can cycle through. You can change it up. But anyway, we got a set here. And there's the holder. Yeah, I'm really liking that one. Loving it. I think I need to do another one with waves now. All right, I picked out this one. So this is flowers and the waves. So this one I'm gonna show you there. The other ones I kind of just missed. So again, same thing. You're gonna edit it like that, and then you're gonna go to adjust, and then you're going to invert. It's that easy. Don't forget, because I started a new one, I saved that because I'm gonna save these to upload them all for you guys. So now we have the rock coaster. I'm definitely liking the 2 passes. I'm telling you right now. After a closer look at that, I'm doing the 2. Maybe you could up the power and stuff like that, but I don't mind the 2 passes at their settings. So again, good. This is a pretty well a perfect circle. 3.75, and there. That's good. Now put in a new slate. I'm always gonna. You can leave it, you know. But I know these are cut different, everything. So the more when you have your laser focus, it's so easy to focus it with this one. Now she's laser focused, And we're gonna go right ahead. Everything's up here. Okay, we're doing a circle. We're gonna mark the outsides. That's the circle. Going with the edges will not be accurate. So we're gonna go there. You know, pretty much exactly what they're showing you to do on the screen there. I'm gonna hit. Sometimes I gotta look there, yeah. Trying to show you guys a video, but I need to make sure I hit my points. There. Gonna go right ahead. Close the lid, because we're ready to go. And marking, done. Then we gotta get to the right size. Just easier if I kind of bring that in some. And center that. So now we have a center. That's beautiful. I can't wait to see that one. That's on 2 passes. I'll add one more so you guys can mix it up. We'll make it a 6. That would be half this coaster, this pack. So you could do them all over again, and that would be the full pack. Or you can mix them up. At least this way you have some options. So 15 minutes, 23 seconds, and we're ready to go. Coasters, I think the Slate coasters was, I think it might have been one of the first things I did. They had sent me some materials with the D1 Pro that I got. It's looking good. Now, doing these images, like if I would have left them regular without inverting them, it does look good, and it looks different, obviously, but you're gonna see that this is the way to do it, especially when it comes to certain materials. That's one there, so that was inverted. If I would have left that regular, definitely wouldn't have came out like that. So when it comes to materials like slate and acrylic and leather, sometimes even wood, I mean, a lot of the times inverting the picture can give you amazing results. I am gonna also try some embossing, so some depth, some real depth. This thing's working fire. All right, here's 5. So I decided to go with another flower one for number 6. Quite like that one, like flowers and plants, so we'll call that one. Got like sun and waves, and then yeah, so we got a nice little mixture here. So this is the last one. I'm gonna shut it down for the night here. It's getting late, and yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. It's centered. Got that on 2 passes, and that's it for tonight. I'll be uploading this tomorrow, or today anyway. That's gonna turn out real nice. It's feeling that cold. All right.